take your hand and walk you across all of fire. I'll be your saint and the ultimate primal desire. Don't leave me behind with all these monsters of the undefined. Don't blame yourself for anyone that's ever hurt you. What's really wrong with me is I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies and dead, and you're playing hard to get. I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies and dead, and you're playing hard to Don't blame yourself for anything I hear you. What's really wrong with me is I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies and dead, and you're playing hard to get. I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies and dead, and you're playing hard to
Hello, it's Monday, as opposed to the usual Tuesday stream. Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy? I forgot to open my Monster energy drink. Ah, much better. What's up, Reslav, John Douglas? As I said in the chat, if Maverick isn't in the chat, I don't know if any other women watch my streams. I know Alyssa Hazel was in the chat once. Did I get to the Miranda scene where she rips a big one and Shepard smells it? No, but I did get to the part where Jack pulls off her boots and this is like a downpour of sweat coming out of them, and Shepard starts licking it off the floor. I thought that was a little weird. It was a little drawn out, but, you know, who am I to question the artistic intentions of the game? Let's boot up our save file. The game might be a bit low, because I had to lower it, I think. Maybe I had to make it louder. I don't remember. I was playing Shadow the Hedgehog last week on stream, and it was I had to adjust the volume for it. Mass Effect Fridays were a bit too wild. I mean, they literally have a woman who spends all her time in a fart suit. And, like, one of your goals in the game is to get her to take it off and smell it. Alright, I'll check the audio levels by talking to this chick who still won't let me smash yet.
I had a wonderful chat with your friend Tally. She's not what I expected from her psychic.
Make it a little louder.
I like her.
I need to downplay my intentions with all the other women because I'm trying to hit.
She's just here to do her job.
Quarians are so fascinating to me, but they also make me a little sad.
Why do they make you sad?
Their environment suits are so beautiful, but with their immune systems, they're trapped inside. I wonder what they look like under those helmets, or what their skin feels like under those suits.
Are you into aliens?
Are you attracted to other species?
Well, part of my job is predicting the motives and feelings of humans and aliens. Intimacy brings understanding. And passion is nice wherever you find it. Character matters, not race or gender. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
She still won't let me hit. Let's fly to another planet. Recruit the Justicar. Help Miranda. Oh right, there's like side quests I still have to do on here. Come on. Here's an STD from one of those space dogs. This is not a joke, for real. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the only like new alien that you get to smash in Andromeda was Jaal, which is like, first of all, it's a dude, and second of all, he has like a big weird flipper head. I've been playing the new quote unquote, the port of Xenoblade X, and like playing it, I'm like, oh, Mass Effect Andromeda literally just took the entire plot of Xenoblade Chronicles X, but did it worse and with worse gameplay. And with a shittier open world. And no giant robots. What's up, Fallon? I knew you'd be here. I knew. His name is Grunt. He's named after what I do in the bathroom. After I haven't had enough water. It's auto-leveling. I don't know what I'm doing. The leveling doesn't seem like super deep in this one, so I'm not like getting too into it. I already forgot how to sprint. Okay, there we go. What the fuck was I playing where I gotta click the joystick to sprint? Oh, must have been Xenoblade, I guess. Not much, Fallon, not much. I hope you're doing well on this lovely Monday afternoon. I actually, I was sick over the weekend. It sucked. It sucked, but I did get to play Xenoblade for like 12 straight hours, so that was a nice treat. Alright, I'm just gonna sprint back and forth until I find the people who help me proceed with these side quests. That's how a real gamer games. I had to take off the stream tomorrow because my brother's actually visiting. My fabled brother, who I've talked about a million times on stream before. So we're gonna... He wants to go to my local bookstore.
Excuse me, I'm waiting for someone.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Fuck you.
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
Oh, that's sweet, but I'm okay.
I don't understand. Humans celebrate wedding contracts by tempting infidelity? That makes no sense.
Calm down, man. Don't embarrass me in front of the stripper.
Let's see. I already yelled at that lady and told her to give me a discount. That's pretty based, honestly.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. So it's not like we can see this.
Bully the book nerds? Where are the book nerds? Who can I bully? I want to bully some people. That's all I've been doing the whole game.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
You know, one thing I like to always do
He deserves
in Skyrim is I always steal Ulfr's book. Even though he's blind and there's no words in it, I just steal it. And then I leave him. I let him live, but I kill all the other bandits, so he just, like, starves to death in that cave. Presumably. My local bookstore sell a bunch of cool shit. Yes, I got a really cool copy of Heretics of Dune there. I got the entire collection of Father Brown. I raid their theology section every time for anything C.S. Lewis related. Administration, I already talked to Blueface, whatever her name is. This game should have had Mandalore in it.
It looks like they're shutting down the whole building. There's a lot of damage. Why didn't we make backups? How hard is it to... No,
That's a
no,
lot of damage.
We'll find a way to deal with it.
I don't actually know the name of the bookstore. I just go in there. I yelled at this lady.
Excuse me. You know where I can find Serena?
She's not here anymore. Oh, you're the one she was helping out. She took a job off-world. Didn't say where. She gave me something for you. Looks like a message.
She didn't say anything else?
She just gave me that and left. Not even a goodbye.
Fuck it. I don't need to hear anything you have to say. I don't give a flying frick. You playing Witcher 3 and Ghost of Tsushima? Witcher 3 is pretty good. I know I dunked on it a little bit with Razor Fist on Twitter, but it's fun, and the you get to make a lot of dialogue choices in it, and they actually do like add up by the end of the game. It's not like they don't matter at all. I'm liking seeing the entire environment load before my eyes. Is that my PS3's hard drive finally giving way? I guess we'll find out.
Blue Rose of Ilion, you have blossomed in a tower of glass and plastic.
What about you? Do I know you?
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
The Krogan is reading those love poems to get your attention?
His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
I don't know. Looks like he's got Riz to me.
Turn your supple beauty into strength.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date.
Talking about kids? What about the genophage?
Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know.
Oh, okay. They can have kids with Asari? Oh, but don't the kids just come out as Asari?
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari.
Oh, I guess that answers my question.
I don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA. We're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
What a simp.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
Well, we will not have any miscegenation.
Listen, he's a Krogan. Any talk about kids is gonna mess him up.
I know. You can't talk to Krogan about the genophage. I get so angry.
If you settle down with him, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering if he was after you or kids.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I needed to hear somebody else say it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
Oh, well, I was going to demand one anyway. The ending of Witcher 3 was underwhelming. I don't really remember it that well. I just remember killing Eridan. I still haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know. I've just never been like a huge Sucker Punch fan.
Fish. She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
It's just we're looking for weapons.
And, well, we solved the mystery of the horny Krogan. Tracking office, Barria Frontiers. The genetics will mostly influence their personality. Oh, so the baby would be a little dum-dum, because it would be half Krogan.
Can I help you with something?
I'm looking for an Asari warrior named Samara.
Wait, why? Do you have a problem, or did she kill somebody already?
I have no idea. Just tell me where she is.
If you insist, but fair warning, watch yourself around Samara. Justicars have a nasty habit of shooting people. She went to the commercial spaceport a few hours ago. If you want to get there, the pedestal on that balcony will summon a cab. Just be polite when you meet her. Justicars embody our highest laws, and they usually stay in Asari space. She's not used to dealing with aliens.
Taking a cab. Woohoo! Less chance to have a Morinth. Ghost of Tsushima is cool. It's what AC Shadows should have been. I mean, I liked I played Rise of the Ronin, and I was like, oh, that's enough open world samurai game for me. Maybe one day I'll get it if it ever drops in price again. Ever since the PS3 launched, it went like back up to full price and never went back down. In all likelihood, I'll probably wind up with a copy of AC Shadows first, because it'll probably be like $5 in a couple of weeks. Man, it's really been a bad year to make a shitty non-RPG that no one wants to play, huh? I mean, Veilguard already got demolished. Now we got Assassin's Creed. What? Didn't something else flop really recently? Oh, that was last year. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Samara's voiced by Billie Eilish's mom.
Where do you think you're going?
Does she look like her?
I'm taking my goods to Omega, Detective. You're not going anywhere, Merchant. Not until I solve this murder. I had nothing to do with that. It was those mercenary thugs you...
Avowed, right. It's supposed to be Obsidian's new big thing, and it sucks, supposedly.
I'll let you know when you can leave.
I mean, I haven't heard it, like, sucked. I heard it's just, like, distilled mid.
Everyone says she might go crazy and start killing. I need to leave. She'll only
Concord flopped last year, too.
Find me in the station if you
Well, Concord was just an underappreciated gem. We all know that, right, guys? Did that car, like, tip over as we got out? Are we, like, 500 pounds? Humana. Talk to the locals.
What do you want? I've already got mercs wanting to kill me like they did my partner. I don't need any more trouble.
Merchant Oive. Yeah, they should have called him Watto.
If that weren't enough, some Asari Justicar showed up this morning. All the natives are scared of her. I've got to get off this world.
Why is everyone nervous?
Samara actually done anything yet?
I wonder if the Krogan is heavy. He can't be that heavy. What is he made of rocks?
And if they so much as smell corruption, they start shooting.
You'd put out some hours into Concord free to play. What a waste. Why didn't they do that?
Tell me how to find the Justicar.
So dumb. If there's a bad decision, you can guarantee Sony or Ubisoft will make it.
So you'll have to talk with her if you want to go there.
I should go.
Can I go in here? No, I can't talk to her. Okay. This planet is so orange. It's all orange and blue, which are... I think those are complementary colors.
Cops don't admit it, but the Eclipse sisters run this area.
There's a rumor that it might come back as a free-to-play. Well, I mean, they already nuked the studio, so it doesn't really make much difference now. Let me in.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
You'd play Concord too. I would definitely play as, like, the black dude with, like, the weird, like, Dr. Robotnik glasses and the pompons.
I wanted to be a Justicar when I was young. Every Asari...
They've already sunk so much into it. There's no such thing as sunken cost fallacy for big corporations. If something flops, like, well, $300 million down the drain, who cares? I don't need to change my loadout. I got my cool laser beam. I don't need anything else. I don't know why. I didn't pay attention at all in school, but for some reason what they taught us about complementary colors really stuck with me.
Nice guns. Try not to use them in my district. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for an Asari warrior named Samara.
If you've got a score to settle with...
You cry yourself to sleep every night next to your physical $90 worth Concord copy. I see Herman Holst in my dreams. I ask him to bring Concord back to life, but he greenlights another Horizon remaster. Oh, yeah. So true. All we get is The Last of Us and Horizon. When we could be getting Concord or Lair 2, you know, real PlayStation games that people want to play.
I need to find Samara and get back to my mission, with or without your help.
Sounds important.
Justicars usually work alone, but they are drawn to impossible causes.
Best kind.
Could you press X to clap for the dev team or something in the Concord credits? Maybe. I wouldn't know, obviously. Why would they have credits for a multiplayer game? That's fucking weird.
You're awfully anxious to get Samara out of your district.
My bosses want me to detain her. They're worried she'll cause some kind of cross-species incident. But her Justicar code
Classic cross-species incident.
If I try it, she'll have to kill me. I have no interest in dying, so if you lure her away with some big noble cause before I have to kill
Sony are
her,
cowards until Haze 2 is released. Yeah, exactly. I should stream Haze. I still have my original copy, and you know what? I like that game. I'll play it. I've replayed it like a dozen times. It's so dumb, but I've enjoyed it. I've had a good time with it.
How do I get to the crime scene?
It's around the corner. Go outside, take a left. Look for the police line. I'll send word to let you in. Be careful. The local Eclipse mercs have been all over.
Do it.
I have to go.
Good luck.
We should find Samara before the detective does.
I guess if you're, you know, surrounded by weird aliens, no one thinks it's weird that you have your tits out. Truly, Haze nearly killed... Look, it only took like 10 years, but Haze did kill Halo. Halo's dead now. They did it. Let's consider this extra stock surplus. Ship the rest to Thax at his normal destination. He'll never miss a few lost pieces. Fuck. Why am I shooting now? How you doing, Evan? It's good to see you. They gave Nectar. Somehow I still remember that. I'll never forget fucking Duval in that game. Just an animal. Just an animal. Sure beats a cup of coffee and a slap in the face, huh, pal? Do an impression of Anti-Thinker showing retro... I'd have to think of a Spaceballs OC to begin with. Hang until new vid drops and I gotta go post it everywhere. Oh, okay. What's your new vid? I need to really think of a Spaceballs OC. I haven't watched that movie in years, so I don't really remember it that well. Can I open this door? It keeps saying door open. Can you give us a hint? I mean, if he can't say, he can't say. But, I mean, he does have a release schedule. Star Wars Starfighter. Drops in 45 minutes. Oh, okay. General Chudius, he's got 8 Schwartz rings. It's totally badass. Oh, this chick.
Tell me what I need to know, and I will be gone from here.
Okay, she's a baddie.
You think I'd betray her? She would hurt me in ways you can't imagine.
The name of the ship. Your life hangs on the answer, Lieutenant.
You can kill me, but one of us will take you down, Justicar.
And Quake 2. Yeah. Sorry, I see your chat, Reslov. I'm just looking at the bloobs. I'm a little distracted.
What was the name of the ship she left on?
Go to hell.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess.
She's a baddie, but she don't... Are you fucking kidding me? She doesn't put out...
A servant of the Justicar Code. My quarrel is with these Eclipse Sisters, but I see 3 well-armed people before me. Are we friend or foe?
We're friends,
I'm
babe.
Commander Shepard, and I need your help with a critical mission, Samara.
You honor me, but I am in the middle of an investigation.
I need you to help me take down the...
Yeah, it's gone woke. The lady with the biggest rack won't put out. What a fucking piece of shit. This game sucks. I hate it.
I cornered her here, but the Eclipse Sisters smuggled her off-world. I must find the name of the ship she left on before the trail goes cold.
I wish you were willing to go with the human, Justicar. I've been ordered to take you into custody if you won't leave.
You risk a great deal by following your orders, Detective. Fortunately, I will not have to resist. My code.
You need the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion so bad. What do you mean?
After that,
I love Oblivion. That game's amazing. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's probably the best fantasy RPG ever made.
I'll get the name of that ship.
Do that, and I will join you. Then the code will be satisfied.
Do you have any leads?
The Volus merchant Pitney 4 is tied to this. Eclipse mercs are preparing to kill him. Get the truth out of him. He may know our way into the Eclipse base.
Well, I've got to get back to my station. And I guess I've got to take you with me.
Oh, he means the remake being rumored? I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Like, I feel like the original game is so peak. Like, any attempt to remake it is just not going to be as good.
Hello again, Earth Clan. Did you speak to the detective?
You said you didn't know anything about all this. You've got one chance to change that statement.
What do you mean, Earth Clan? I'm just trying to get my goods off this planet.
The Eclipse are hunting you. You want to stay alive.
Very doubtful Oblivion will be remade. If anything, you should look up the fan remake more. I'll just play my PS3 version. I don't care.
I've got angry mercs after me, and now this Asari Justicar.
It's like a watercolor painting. The game looks so good, even with the uncanny people. Yeah. It's once you're like into it, it's like you don't really like notice after a while. Except for when you come across like a really ugly NPC.
I may have forgotten to mention that to the Eclipse. So
Do you guys think Oblivion Remake will be better than the free Skyblivion mod? I don't think Bethesda is capable of making things better than the average modder.
I need to get into the Merc base.
This be graphically enhanced, mechanically watered down version of Oblivion with added gay sex dialogue options and probably a pronoun slider.
Well, I had to return that one, but I happened to make a copy.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a knuckle sandwich.
Take it, but be careful. Each Eclipse sister commits a murder to earn her uniform. They are all dangerous.
Remake my autistic ass. Forgot to type it. Understandable. Let me in. Hope they leave in the voice acting mistakes. Hell, I hope they add more. I love like that's one like you can't replicate that kind of soul of Todd Howard giving a voice actor a script in alphabetical order.
Find a way into the Eclipse hideout.
Wasia.
Must have a record of the ship name.
The only Greenlight remakes are remasters to make them gay. It's true. It's true. I actually literally tweeted today, like, the only way to make a good remaster is just put the original director in charge and let him go nuts. But they don't do that anymore. Literally only happened once with Shinji Mikami.
I hear you can buy red sand from the Eclipse. Just don't cross them.
I think it's best to just keep the new game of the old game available and make a new game. But then you can't repackage old ideas and gameplay designs for $70. So that's why we keep getting remakes, because they don't have to pay writers. They don't have to pay art designers. They just take the existing visual, slap Unreal Engine slime all over it, and sell it again for $70 with shitty generic third-person controls.
They've seen us.
Oh, that's a robot? Phew. Door open.
Tear you apart.
Oh yeah? Try that. Didn't do anything. It was worthless. The Spire method is your preference. They literally just do the least amount of work. Yeah, I mean that used to they used to just call that an HD edition or an HD conversion, and now it's like they still call it a remaster, but I prefer that. Like, if you just want an HD version of an old game, the PS3 is honestly the best console for it. You got the Ratchet and Clank collection, the Jak collection, the Tomb Raider collection, the Prince of Persia collection, the Devil May Cry collection. There's like a million of them. There's even a Splinter Cell collection, and it's fucking horrible, but it exists. I have the Silent Hill 2 HD edition. I can definitely stream that if you guys want to hear some Troy Baker. Remasters are pretty good lately, mainly because they're lazy. I'd rather it be lazy. I would rather it just be lazy and be the same game than whatever the fuck the Resident Evil 4 remake is. Less a risk and you get nostalgia bucks. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the other thing, is it's the perfect, like, because me and Kieran were talking about this in a group chat about how the Resident Evil 4 remake specifically is like, it's explicitly made for like posers. People who, like, it's a game that's readily available and everyone has heard about it, but like low IQ normies don't want to play a game with semi-dated controls or old-looking graphics. Yeah, Spire and Night Dive, they're the best right now as far as remasters go. Go for it. Let me shoot you in the face.
Wait, stop! I didn't fire my weapon once. I pretended to because the other Eclipse sisters were watching, but I didn't really shoot.
You're in an enemy uniform, and I'm gonna kill you.
Hell yeah.
I'm not one of them. I'm new. I thought being Elnora the mercenary would be cool, but I didn't know what they were really like.
You chose your side, Elnora, and you lost.
Screw that bastard, and screw you.
Nice try, bitch. You actually like RE4 Remake, but it's like 2 points worse than RE4. Well, that's the thing, is it's not... I'm not saying it's a bad game, because it's using the skeleton of a good game anyway. And, you know, I'm not going to say, like, the guys who worked on it are, like, hacks.
Now what's this?
But it has no reason to exist besides low IQ normies who want to say, oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil 4. It's not different enough to be its own thing, and it changes just enough that it's annoying to, like, people who like the original game. You played the original for the... Like, I beat it on Professional for the first time last year, but I played the PS2 version originally.
We've been spotted.
Didn't a lot of Zoomies discover how much better video games were 20 years ago and got hella pissed? I would hope so. I mean, even just this game is like... This game is like a shining example of, like, how sad the fate of BioWare is. What is he doing up there? How did he even get up there? And there's a big toxic fart cloud there. And it ain't Jax, so I can't stand in it.
Right on your ass.
true. That game was not ready to release. It needed the It boss and the laser scene. Yeah. And one thing that I saw someone pointed out, and after they pointed it out, I can't not notice it, is like the deaths are super sanitized in that game. Like Leon's head, you don't see his head come off when he gets hit with a chainsaw or anything like that. And compare that to The Evil Within, which is Shinji Mikami's other horror game after Resident Evil 4, which is like so gory and so violent. Or the Callisto Protocol, which like had just like a blast with like Josh Duhamel like getting his face ripped off. Like it just it felt like very corporate mandated. Like we can't have this be too violent. Jack is shooting through the boxes. I wasn't even paying attention to her. I'm just like mowing these motherfuckers down. Eclipse terminal. Hack into the mainframe. I'm so good at this now. I'm a professional Mass Effect player. I mean, when I play the Legendary Editions, I'm probably going to do hard mode, because this isn't... The first game was harder than this one. This one, it feels like it's really easy to just, like, tank through everything. OG R4 is basically a perfect game. It never stood a chance. You want to do a Callisto Protocol video at some point, too. Game was... It really was. It got so much shit. It's easy when you know what you're doing, but I mean, it tried something new. Mechanically, anyway. Like, narratively, I'd say it's pretty by the numbers. And it suffers the Dead Space problem of it never being actually scary. But I am a big Callisto Protocol enjoyer. What the fuck? RE7 and RE2 remake were peak gore. It scared normies, so they toned it down from the Village onward. Village, I give a pass. Purely for Lady D. If I have to choose between the gore and the booba, I think I'll take the booba. That's just me. It depends on the game, though. Like if it was Doom, I would obviously choose the gore. No horror games are scary anymore unless you play something like Amnesia: The Bunker. AAA games can't be... I'm trying to think of the last game I played that was scary. Actually, you know what? I really did like Layers of Fear, even though that was just a walking simulator. The medium isn't scary, but it's a very visually impressive and neat. And we didn't finish the Silent Hill 2 remake. My fiance got bored with it.
They've seen us.
I'll tear you apart.
The Evil Within did get me a couple times. Like, it's obviously more like a gore game, but like, there are certain parts that are like, ooh, creepy. I think the second game is scarier, though. But that's just Shinji Mikami doing his thing. I think he retired, didn't he? That's a shame. I mean, at the same time, we don't want all of the artists of the industry to be like Shigeru Miyamoto, where they're just like trapped in a gilded cage for the rest of their life. But it's a shame that there's no one to like replace these people that are good. There's John Johannes. He's kind of Mikami's protege. You guys go up there and get him. He's really far away.
They're all mine.
Move up. I can pretty confidently say Suda51 lost his touch. He's like the Alan Moore of video games, where he's like too stupid to realize that corporations will screw him over every single time, and he keeps just like signing up to work with them anyway. Don't forget the jumps. I'm fine with a jump scare once in a while. Condemned. Now that was scary. I didn't get far enough in Condemned 2 to say if it was scary, though. You want Sakurai to make something other than Smash Brothers? Yeah, that would be nice. Didn't he make that, Kid Icarus Uprising? I know that was, HAL Laboratory. I don't know if he specifically worked on it, though. That's one of those games that Nintendo needs to bring to the Switch stat. How's it going, Axel Blaze? He did, okay, yeah. That game was pretty cool, and had a lot of anime boobs, which I wasn't expecting for a Kid Icarus sequel. Condemned 2 isn't scary, but it's one of the coolest Edge Kino games. Yeah, exactly. They sacrificed the spooks for the Edge, which, that's fine. The Darkness has a lot of... Well, in, like, the 2000s, it was pretty normal for every game to have, like, a horror bit. Like, The Darkness has... Like, all of the Otherworld segments are creepy as fuck. Scimitar Assault Shotgun. I'm now able to use this weapon. Suffering was scary. I haven't played that one. The fact I haven't played Condemned 2 is crazy. I had a copy of it, and we got rid of it because the PS3 version was literally unplayable. Basically what would happen is it would try to update, and it would crash mid-update. And my brother kind of found a way to work around it, but it was not... it wasn't reliable, so it was just, like, it got to a point where we just couldn't play the game anymore. If I can get an Xbox, maybe, and I need to get an Xbox anyway so I can play Perfect Dark Zero again. I desperately need to play that game again.
Wait to see some real action. Next time I go home, my friends are gonna be so jealous.
He also made Meteos, okay.
Elnora was the killer. I knew I smelled murder on that bitch.
Aha, I was right to kill her. Starfield is pretty scary if you think about it. What's a good horror game? I mean, it's weird, like, I didn't play a lot of horror games growing up. I played Resident Evil, and that was it. I didn't really get into them until I got older. What the hell?
We've been spotted.
The working conditions that produce Starfield are probably scarier than anything Bethesda has ever made. Just think of all those, like, 8,000 Indians, like, trapped in a cage. Like, I thought of trying Starfield, because I thought the aesthetic looked cool, the quote-unquote NASA punk, as, like, morons call it. But I just, like, think of playing Fallout 4, and I'm just like, I don't know. That might be a mistake. Soma is one of the best. I got that on sale for like $5, and I still need to try it. It's a walking sim. Well, me and Kieran also discussed this. I think we discussed it on our last stream on Twitter. A lot of what we call walking sims now... Oh my god, it replaced my submachine gun. Fuck you. Oh no, it's over here. Okay. A lot of what we call walking sims are really just point-and-click games with a slightly different aesthetic. Like, specifically we were talking about The Medium, because people bought that game thinking it's going to be like a Silent Hill-type horror game. But it's like, when you think about it, it's more like a Telltale game with really good graphics. Yeah, Soma's one I've been meaning to play. I can't play anything for leisure for the foreseeable future that's not for streaming. Besides Xenoblade. Because the last time I tried to play multiple games at once with a Xenoblade on the list, it took me 6 months to get through Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I actually want to play this game in a reasonable amount of time, even though it's like a 100-hour RPG. But I'm having a good time with it. Like I said, it's Mass Effect Andromeda, but good. I would actually highly recommend it to anyone who likes science fiction games. I've heard people on Twitter saying it's like got some censorship because it's carried over from the original Western release of the game on the Wii U, but if I didn't know about it beforehand and I think the game looks cool, I'm just gonna play it. Like, if I'm middle of the road on a game and I hear there's censorship, then I'll just not buy it. But if Xenoblade is an exception, I love Xenoblade too much not to buy it for some mild censorship. And I think people tend to forget that, look at this guy. Why does he have birthing hips? I think people tend to forget that throughout most of the history of video games, censorship, especially for games made in Japan, was the norm for the entirety of, like, the history of video games. It's just the people doing the censorship are different people now, but censorship isn't a new thing. And people really need to stop acting like it is. Where's my laser gun? It replaced it? Oh no, I have it right here, okay. It's like moving my guns around in my inventory, it's weird. Why is he all the way over there? Come back. Unfortunately. This weapon is already using this ammo, targeted, protected by armor. None of you guys have abilities to get rid of armor? You guys are, like, dumb. Maybe it's my fault for, not planning out who I'm having with me, but whatever. This is the only real cover in this area. What am I getting hit by? Oh, there's a laser! Yeah, I just think of, like, well, first of all, games are still censored now. Like, a good example is Yakuza 3. When it originally came out, and I think it also applies to the original too, they removed the hostess clubs because people thought they were just, like, too weird. Which, I don't think they're weird, I just think they're boring as fuck. So, in the original translation in Yakuza 3, you don't have hostess clubs, but you can go on, like, dates. Which is kind of strange, with none of the annoying grind. It's actually, I actually prefer it to the way that actually the more recent ones play. But then, like, you have the remaster of Yakuza 3, which actually censored content instead of just cutting it out. Best horror game? Oh, that's tough. Best? It's hard to quantify what makes a horror game good. I would probably put it as like a toss-up between Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4. Like, Resident Evil 4 has amazing gameplay, but Silent Hill 2 is an amazing atmosphere. I think Condemned Criminal Origins is sort of like the perfect middle ground between those two. It's very scary, but it also plays really well. Fuck. Oh, it doesn't reach all the way over there. My favorite? Maybe it's just recency bias, but I want to say The Evil Within. It's just very, like, it's pure, just, like, spooky nonsense, the whole start to finish, but it also plays really well. The only thing I don't like about it is the stealth, but, I mean, that's not that bad. Silent Hill 1 is still scary if played later. Silent Hill 1 scared the crap out of me as a kid. I didn't play it, but my friend's dad played it, and it was very spooky. And another one thing it does really well is it's just dark. A lot of games don't understand that it just being dark is incredibly scary. Look at that amazing fire effect. Wow. The fuck? I feel like a lot of games are too scared to just have it be dark and give you a flashlight. Like, that's what like Doom 3 used to freak me out as a kid because the lighting like made it like really terrifying to like walk into any room. Once you get used to the flow of it, it's not really scary, but like for a kid it was like something could jump out of any corner. Outlast 2, I've heard the Outlast games are good, but I've never played them. I need to get more into the frictional games. I have a copy of, what's that one called? I have Soma and I have Amnesia The Dark Descent. I really need to actually like sit down and play it though. I played Machine for Pigs, which I know is made by a different studio, and I got like my character fused with a barrel and I couldn't proceed any further. Played the crap out of Silent Hill when I was a kid, barely progressed, but it was... Yeah, we had Resident Evil 1 and 2, and I couldn't make it very far because I was too scared of the zombies.
It's like a shipping manifest. It shows the Pitney 4 sold 2,000 units of Minigen X3 to the Eclipse, along with 600 units of red sand.
Not what the Asari wants, but it marks the Volus criminal. Valuable information to the
Why do you know
Volus.
that? You're just like a dumb, like, test tube baby.
Let's worry about that after we find the ship name.
The X-Files theme creeped you out as a kid? I mean, do they make, like, horror shows for kids anymore? Like, they had Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps. Chinese Room doesn't make good games. I mean, A Machine for Pigs just, like, aesthetically, like, seemed really cool to me.
I am a biotic god. I think things, and they happen.
Oh my god, this is Movie Bob.
Hear me, lesser creatures, for I am biotics made flesh.
I don't know what drugs you're on, but stay back and I won't shoot you.
You will regret your scandalous words. I am a great wind that will sweep all before me like a great wind. A great biotic wind. Yes, the Asari injecting so many drugs into me was terrifying. But then I began to smell my great...
Oh, he can fart?
They may laugh when I fall over, but they don't know what I know in my head. That I know that I am amazingly powerful. Fear me?
Are you part of Pitney 4's trade group?
When I was mortal, I worked for Pitney. Poor soul is probably terrified that I have not returned.
Don't think he's reported anything.
When the chips are down, even your friends will screw you for an extra cred.
Bah! I will wreak a just revenge upon his people. But first, the leader of these mercenaries is in the next room. I shall toss Wasea about like a rag doll.
This idiot is no challenge to anyone.
I will tear her apart. My biotics are unstoppable.
Charge.
An ill wind blows upon Wasea, captain of the Eclipse Sisters. After me!
Oh my god, he can barely walk straight.
But damn funny.
Let me check the chat real quick. Ever play RE Outbreak? I have a copy of RE Outbreak. I never got very far in it, not because I was too scared, but it was too hard. I never played it online, so I had to deal with the AI, who were a mix between useless and really, really obnoxious. Concord is a horror game for shareholders. The writing in this game is so fun. True. Cartoon Network had to rerun 90s Goosebumps for like 3 years in 2009 to 2012 or something, because there was nothing new like it at the time. Yeah, I distinctly remember that. I was like, why are they showing the Goosebumps show? This is old as fuck. He's gonna ding dong Banu. Let's kill some motherfuckers. I was hoping that it was like a trick and he actually had like insane superpowers. I was hoping it was like a bait and switch, but it obviously wasn't.
Everything's gone to hell since we smuggled that filthy creature off-world. First a Justicar shows up. Now you. At least I can take pleasure in turning your head into a pulpy mass.
We're gonna kick her ass. It'll be fine. It's just some lady. That was it?
Stop shooting me!
Get out of the way, then! Mass Effect shows good writing over Subversive, but imagine you had the like little stumpy guy with amazing superpowers. It'd be like having your own Baron Harkonnen, like zooming around, but hopefully not being a molester. Oh, really? That was it? That was the whole fight? I thought that was gonna be tougher.
That the ship the crazy Asari wanted to find?
Should we head back to the police station and give her the name, or look around first?
Let's just go.
Let's give her the name and keep moving.
Sorry, I turned off my mic for a second while I popped open a can of seltzer. Did everyone greet guys named Richard by saying, "Yo, Dickie," or was that just me? I don't think I've ever met anyone named Richard IRL, which is weird. There was a Volus Biotic playable in the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. See? Like, they knew. They were like, that was a good idea. We shouldn't have squandered it on this throwaway character. Oh, I gotta talk to Boob Lady. That's right.
Thank you for removing the Eclipse threat, Earth Clan. It will take them months to rebuild their organization. Also, merely out of curiosity, when you were poking about, did you perhaps run across a shipping manifest that belongs to me?
We both know this manifest will get you sent away for a long time.
Absolutely, Earth Clan. For the manifest, I'll give you all the creds I made selling the Minigen.
Hell yeah, make some big bucks.
Next time you do something illegal, don't write it down.
It's a little thing called money moves.
An excellent point, Earth
Stupid
Clan.
aliens wouldn't understand.
You're clearly a better criminal than I. A pleasure.
Right, where is she? That's so fucked that they would design a character like this and you can't romance her. That's so messed up. They knew what they were doing.
I've got the name of the ship. Your fugitive left here 2 days ago on the AML Demeter.
Shepard, you impress me. You fulfilled your part of the bargain, and I will fulfill mine. I am ready to leave immediately, if that will satisfy your superiors, Detective.
You're free to go, Justicar. It has been an honor having you in my station. And it's nice you didn't kill me, too.
The Normandy is
I'm still gonna try to romance her, even though you guys say I can't.
I must be sworn to your service so that I am never forced to choose between your orders and the code.
She's gaming's hottest femcel.
By the code, I will serve you, Shepard. Your choices are my choices. Your morals are my morals. Your wishes are my code.
I never thought I'd see a Justicar swear an oath like that.
If you make me do anything extremely dishonorable, I may need to kill you when I'm released from my oath.
Now you have to do whatever I tell you?
I am sworn to you. Do not make more of it than that. Shall we return to your ship?
Let's go.
Nice. Another mission accomplished. Set Samara to full mind rape. My Shepard's not good enough at biotics for that. I don't think he has psychic powers. Maybe if he turns evil enough. Oh, here comes Jacob to whine. Oh, he's actually happy for once.
With your skills, I think you'll be an excellent addition to our team.
Thank you. From an organization such as yours, that is high praise indeed.
I've seen Samara's biotic powers at work. They're substantial.
We still don't know what we're going to find when we hit the collectors.
I will be prepared for whatever we encounter.
Where shall we put you?
A room that looks out on the great empty void would be most comforting.
Put her in the observation room on deck 3.
Thank you. I must meditate on the day's events.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Jacob. We don't want to talk to you. Guy with the breathy voice made money selling miniatures. They're well, he wasn't talking her quote unquote biotics. All right, let's chat with the crew. Let's shit talk Jacob some more.
I hope we can clear up what's going on with the Gernsback commander.
Oh right, I have a side quest from him.
After all this time, was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Is this the real her or her slatternly daughter? Isn't her daughter like super evil? Like I vaguely remember that plot point from a YouTube video.
Commander, you've received a new message.
Can't wait for the Find Jacob's Father mission. I can't believe he went off to get ice cream and never came back. I might do that one. I might actually do that.
My psych reports refer Oak here. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
I'll protect you, babe.
Don't worry, Kelly. I wouldn't let him touch you.
If there's any touching being done, you'd better be involved.
Oh, I can feel it. We're getting closer.
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting.
If you don't do their loyalty side quest, you get a bad ending. That sucks. Well, I have to go back to fucking Ilium because I still have a side quest for Miranda. Jacob Morden. Oh yeah, Morden has a side quest for me. Let's go talk to him. Didn't see if you got to her slatternly daughter. I just know you'd end up teaming up with her because it's secretly the hottest thing. Is she is hot, right?
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember my work? Studying the genophage?
I remember.
Didn't tell you full story. Discovered that Krogan population was growing too quickly. Overcoming genophage. Had to take steps. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Tuchanka, other colonies. Restabilized Krogan population.
Based alert.
Nice job. I could see why Cerberus brought you on board.
Very difficult, yes. Complex work to stabilize population. Mistake could have wiped out species. Glad to see you understand. Had to be done.
Characters can die and they won't be in Mass Effect 3 and you'll miss huge set pieces.
The Krogan would be a danger to the whole galaxy if the genophage was cured.
Exactly. Best solution for everyone, even Krogan. Can discuss more later. More pressing issue now. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example.
Do any loyalty mission, make sure you do Side's Evil Ren. I don't have him because he's like DLC or something.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe.
Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory.
Teaming up with
Scouts-
Samara's daughter is like something you'd read in an 80s sci-fi novel where it just suddenly turns into graphic porn. Oh yeah, you know, it's like reading anything fucking Frank Herbert wrote. Porn-brained elderly man is like, oh yeah, this is actually about politics. It's not about, how horny I am and my weird incest fetishes or any of that. It's actually about big worms and spice and politics and, you know, biotic damage, armor upgrades, chip enhancements. Yeah, let's upgrade the submachine gun. It's already kicking ass with this thing. It's real, I'm not kidding. Characters can die in Mass Effect 2 depending on how you play, and they won't be in 3. Well, I mean, Rex is already gone. Isn't this the Legendary Collection? It should be No, this is the original PS3 release. So we got the camera angles intact. But I don't have the DLC installed, and I still haven't downloaded that arbitrary new PlayStation update that they got, because I don't know what it does, and I don't want Sony force obsoleting my PS3. Thought God Emperor was bad with the horny posting, but it gets so much worse. Yeah, no. God Emperor is like the perfect end for the book series. Heretics and Chapter House are awful. They are unbelievably bad. Original PS3 release? Why? Because if I wanted to play it on... I have the Legendary Edition on PS5, but I'd have to bring it into my office where I stream from, and the PS5 is fucking huge. It doesn't fit on any of my furniture in here. I had to get new furniture just to fit it in the living room. Rex has a whole massive scene of Mass Effect there. You can actually kill him there too. Well, we'll see what happens. You know, if I can get rid of Jacob before the end of this game, we're gonna make it happen. It's hard to kill Rex before 3. It was not hard to kill Rex. I assure you, it was not hard to kill Rex. Hello, Mamacita. Oops, I accidentally hit a button.
Shepard.
I should go.
Of course.
Let's try that again.
Shepard.
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
How much do you know about our mission?
Imagine she gives you that look during... That's her O-face. Her eyes just go white. And she starts glowing.
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
So true. So true. She doesn't fall for little sympathy games. Just kill him.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
I guess the series did peak with Mass Effect 2. You played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer back when it first came out. It's probably unplayable now. Every time I went to GameStop to pick up my copy of Xenoblade, and they had a copy of Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U, and I was just like, imagine that was the only one you played. Daka's tweet about Jacob was peak. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm closing the window. This lady won't fuck me, so she gets to sit in darkness. Can't talk to Miranda. She wants me to find her stupid sister. She won't shut the fuck up about it. Is someone casting a shadow that is not here? Is it these guys? I don't know. That's like half as good as a robot girl with an LCD face making a heart.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
That is very specific.
If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They creep the hell out of
I should be able to blow up the AI core and get rid of this stupid robot who's ruining my life. Won't let me go into the women's bathroom without complaining. I can't talk to Jack either. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to mission control. Let's go find Miranda's sister or whatever. Whatever she's whining about now. Nag, nag, nag. Yeah, if this was the Legendary Edition, these load screens would probably be a lot faster. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't mind. I got 100% completion in Sonic 06. I know my way around a load screen. Believe you me.
Grunt seems very agitated. You may want to check in on him.
He has a problem now? Is he on this floor? What floor is he on? Oh, he's in engineering. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Fart Girl's down here. I guess I should talk to her too. Did you guys see my post about the Stewart's Winger shirt? I'm not joking. I bought textile paint. I am going to make my own Winger shirt. I actually went to Winger's official website to see if they had that shirt as like a joke, and they don't. Like, you'd think that'd be like such easy marketing. I guess they'd have to pay Mike Judge, but I want it. Here he is. He's just standing, as one does.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
It's horny.
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Okeer didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles. Voices of warlords. But this is...
It says a Garth and blood memory awakening inside him.
I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm Tankborn. What is this?
I want you in the infirmary. I can't have some Krogan disease running rampant.
Your doctors only see victims of Krogan. My kind do not share with aliens. Not after the genophage. We won't find someone who's seen this. A Krogan my age would still be on the homeworld, Tuchanka.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Let me see. Don't forget how little RAM the PS3 had. Yeah, the PS3 has, I think, 5 gigs of RAM, and the 360 had 8. For some reason. The PS3 is in ways more powerful than the 360, but it had less memory. And that's why Skyrim and the Fallout games were borderline unplayable at times. Because your save file gets bigger every time. Every time you interact with anything in a Bethesda game, it adds like a kilobyte to your file. So like you just pick up an object and move it. The game saves that to remember where it is. And your save file just gets so big that the PS3 can't handle it. I mean, the 360 obviously couldn't handle it after a while either. But you had a lot more time before that happened. Speaking of Wings, did I see Wings of Redemption push Keem and his own wife online? I'm assuming that's kayfabe. I don't trust anything Keemstar does as to be genuine. He probably like told Wings to do that, and they're saying, "Oh, we're cutting ties with Wings." Like, you're not cutting ties with Wings. You kept Wings around. you have Boogie around after like the cancer scandal. Like you're gonna keep Wings around. Wings is much more entertaining than Boogie. New vid just dropped. Check out Evan's newest video after my stream. But definitely check it out. Evan does good stuff. Still remember Person of Interest had them steal several PlayStation 3s even after the PS4 was out because they could use them combined together to process more stuff, apparently.
Rupert is actually cooking some good meals lately.
Yeah, mate.
Only Aryan humans have a Garthan blood.
Shepard, what can I do?
You mean like Jack?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Even PC had a problem with the saves after long enough. Fair. I mean, the more like crap those games have to process, the more that Gamebryo engine probably just like collapse under its own weight. After the stream. It's not gigabytes of RAM, it's literally 256 megabytes for the RAM and VRAM. 360 is 512. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. The cell processor was the worst thing that ever happened. Like, okay, Killzone 2 looked nice, but guess what? It's not on the fucking PS5 now because they can't port it. Can't port... Like, they could port it, it's just they have to basically work back from nothing. And Guerrilla Games doesn't care, and PlayStation doesn't care. That was fake too at first, but now you're kind of thinking it may be real. I mean, Wings is like a Spurg. Like, he does have violent fits of rage because he has no emotional awareness. And that's how we wound up with multiple videos of him launching controllers across the room. And that's very funny. Oh my god. I was like... I'm working on a video for Killzone 2. And I'm playing it on the highest possible difficulty. Because I don't really see people talking about that, and I thought that was interesting. And there is one part that I'm not going to say what part. I'll just have to save it for the video. But it was so hard. And it was so frustrating and unfair. I like paused and I looked at my wall and I was like, I could just smash this controller to pieces right now and it would feel so cathartic. But yeah, so but I've never actually like thrown or broken a controller. I can't imagine, like, Wings does that so often. Miranda's optimal choice, but Jack is acceptable. Well, you know, she's a bad girl. She's like a goth girl. Closest thing she's like a space goth. He'll be back on Live and Kelly won't leave him. Yeah, no, he's a meal ticket for both her and Keemstar. He will be back. You do love Kino Zone 2. I do too, but not as much as the original game. And I'm the only person on Earth who says that. He's even more milkable now for Keemstar. Yeah, he is very milkable, isn't he? You know, I'm gonna take this guy. I barely like hung out with him. What do we got? Can I upgrade, charge, levitates the target, trust of mass field narrow in front of you. Let's upgrade this one.
Excuse me, my sources indicate you were in a warehouse recently. Did you by any chance forward a questionable shipping note to a Mr. Thax?
That depends on who's asking.
My intentions are peaceful, and I'll take that as a yes. I'm a representative for Mr. Thax. He's very grateful.
I like that this era of games, whenever they needed like a guy to do a monster voice, they just got Fred Tatasciore and just said, could you just talk regularly? We're normally aligned on game taste, but you can't agree on Killzone 1. It's fucking terrible, but people are even literally today lambasting me for saying Shadowfall is good, so I get it. I have my reasons, and I already, like, I couldn't sleep the other night, so I just started working on my script some more, and I, like, put in an entire list of reasons I prefer the original game, so I will go over it.
It was my pleasure.
Have a pleasant day.
It's also, I do openly say in the script though that everyone has that one game that they grew up with that they're just like completely apologetic for no matter how shitty it is. And for me, Killzone 1 is one of those games where it's like, it's, you know, you have to be blind to like look at it and not realize there's problems. These crazy PS3 games are becoming easier to emulate. You can play Killzone 2 online again, and some other games are online playable. Well, bro, the Haze community is gonna fucking come back. That's all I needed to hear. Now I need to actually get a gaming PC so I can play some fucking Killzone 2 online.
I'm looking for the best tech up.
You specifically chose to throw your controllers on the bed so they don't get damaged. You broke a DualShock 3 once you're playing God of War Ascension. There's a part where it wanted you to use a power-up to clear a room, and I tried to do it without it. Why did you try to do it without it, though? I never got very far in that one, and I think it's just because my PS3 was, like, it's so old, it was really struggling. Not only is PS3 easier to emulate, you actually played Dragon's Crown and Metal Gear Peace Walker with online co-op in the emulator. Yeah, Kieran was playing the HD collection? Can I talk to you now? No? Fuck this bitch. She sucks. I have to go to Liara's place, it said, and she's up the stairs. Couldn't do it and raged like a spurg. You were like 17. My older brother, he was playing True Crime Streets of LA, and he got to the boss fight with Ancient Wu's dragon, and he kicked a footstool so hard it punched a hole in the wall. And I just remember that whole scenario unfolding. He just moved the footstool in front of it and hoped my parents wouldn't look at it, and my dad goes downstairs and he immediately just sees it and is like, oh, there's a hole in the wall. I did tell this story once. I was playing this is a weird one. I was playing Sonic Free Riders, which is the Kinect Sonic game, and I jumped because you have to jump in that game, and I was playing it in a basement. So I hit my head on the ceiling and just left a dent in the ceiling. It was perfectly shaped like my skull, like a cartoon.
Hey, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah, that was awkward to explain to my mom. White boys raging out is a good thing, actually, and indicates our desire to conquer. Well, yeah, you don't play a video game to relax. You play it to win. That's why you gotta play them on, like, that's part of why I wanted to just started doing this Killzone videos. Like, I'm just gonna play this game on the highest difficulty because fuck it. And then I was like, I'll just do a video on it because there's so many bullshit parts that I just want to talk about. The white male instinct to headbutt. The white male instinct to launch yourself upwards into the ceiling. Alright, we gotta go to Liara's apartment. Oh, cool. Can I get laid? To the most mid-Asari that we talk to in the game. It's society that keeps us down for fear of us. We live in a society. They don't allow gamers to rage out and smash their controllers. We should have government-subsidized controllers, so I can smash as many DualShock 3s as I want. Yeah, now a DualShock 3 is, like, more precious than gold. Those fucking things are rare to get a real one. Liara is romanceable in this one. I should be able to romance every female I find in these games.
Seal off those trace samples and get them back to the lab.
We got multiple shots fired. Yeah, techs are going over the place now.
Central, we got an open carrier on this end. Switching to a coded relay.
What's going on?
Yeah, evil Asari.
This area is sealed off. Please step back.
Sealed off? Why?
Someone tried to kill your friend, Commander Shepard. Thank you, officer. Your people are dismissed.
Apparently at least 2 dudes got laid because of Sonic Freeriders. I mean, I'm sure if my current fiance saw my moves when I was playing, I would have just been laid on the spot.
Tila Vasir, special.
These damn controllers just break without any reason, like, come on. Yeah.
I heard you weren't reinstated.
I mean, they lasted longer than any 360 controller I
I
had.
assume you had business with your friend this evening, Commander.
Liara was following a lead on the Shadow Broker.
This ain't a modded New Vegas. The romances are calculated here. Everyone should have a big pregnant belly.
What did you find on Liara's terminal?
Should be able to press a button and then Miranda fills that diaper.
Liara knew I was coming. She'd have made a backup of whatever she found.
Makes sense. Haven't found it yet, though. You knew T'Soni better than I do. Where would she have hidden her back?
Let me take a look around.
Why is the dialogue like fucking up? It's like delayed and cutting off. Where would she have hidden it? I didn't really talk to her that much in the last game, so I guess I'll just guess.
It's part of my old armor.
Looks like someone didn't like you much either.
Belly jiggle fist. Well, I mean, you know, have you guys seen the new, what is that game called? Nikke? The new character named Breddy with the belly jiggle physics? Games are finally, getting good again. Just gonna awkwardly stand in the doorway? In your, like, standard generic poses? Okay, whatever you say, guys. Can't inflate Tali up like a balloon. Is this the woke agenda? The left have gone insane. They won't let me tickle Jack's feet. What's up, Kieran? Long William Johnson in the chat. He's been streaming all the Metal Gear games. All of them.
The picture changed when you touched it. It must be keyed to your ID. What does it show now?
The romances can lose a few? No, gain a few. 100!
There are a few Prothean-looking objects around the apartment. Let's see what we can find.
We need Miranda looking like Clotho from God of War 2.
Those things must be worth a fortune.
You're old enough to remember Mass Effect 1 cannot have Tali music. I mean, I probably am old enough to remember that. I just didn't play it at the time. You're in time for Jiggly Bellies. It's always time for Jiggly Bellies. Can't even keep up with all of his MGS streams. My man's been streaming almost every day and is somehow finding time to work on his Broken Sword video on top of that. I wish I had that kind of time. MGS4, the worst in the series. Honestly, I would agree with that. I rarely... That's the one I almost never go back to play because it's just like... I don't really want to. MGS4 is the best movie of the series.
Yeah, that's not the Asari homeworld. I'm not sure what planet that is.
It's Ilos.
I really like... I mean, I got the normie MGS taste, but it's kind of because it was my first one in the series, but MGS3 is my favorite. 3 is my favorite, with 5 coming in second.
Don't worry, Commander. We'll find her.
MGS4 is the worst in the series. It's still playable, but we're not talking about bad. We're talking about which ones are the best, and MGS4 is the least... Yeah, I'll play 1, 2, 3, Peace Walker... Portable Ops, 5 Ground Zeroes, like 4 is at the bottom of my list. I don't know what I'm looking for here, honestly. 4 is peak, do not be lied to. Probably is the worst, but it's still better. It is better than 95% of other games out there. It's just like, so much time is devoted to the story that all of the advancements in the gameplay, I feel like, don't get to to breathe the way that they should. And also that entire section in London fucking sucks. I hate that part of the game. Like, awful. It's just awful. That must be why she wanted to fuck me. I'm the ugly bastard in the hentai. Oh, this one is the one?
Vasir, I've got something here.
Backup disk. Let's try it on her terminal.
MG1's your favorite because a bunch of neck snapping interrupted by a pretty cool radio play.
It looks like she recorded a call.
What have you got for me, Sagat?
It was tricky, but you paid for the best. I can narrow it down to a cluster, maybe even a system.
How soon can you have it?
Shouldn't take long. Come to my office. Area Frontiers in the Dracon Trade Center. Gotta say, though, to Sony, you're making me a little nervous. How big is the trouble that could come out of this?
Relax, Sagat. I'll see you in a few hours.
Sounds like Liara found something big on the Shadow Broker.
And then someone found her. I know where the Dracon Trade Center is. My car's outside.
Let's go.
Driving around in her space car, and she's bringing my 2 loser friends with me.
The Barrier Frontiers offices are located on the 3rd floor. I don't hear police chatter. We must have missed the party.
Liara's in there!
Was that Yuri Lowenthal? That's who I thought it was. Because he does nothing to ever disguise his voice in anything.
What the hell?
This game looks great for PS3. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best looking Unreal 3 games, honestly. This and probably Arkham Knight are the best Unreal 3 games. Oh, and Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm looks amazing. Thank God we don't have space cars yet. There'd be so many accidents in a year. Oh man, we'd have like illegal immigrants just flying into people's windows every day. MGS5 is second best. It is I do think it's second best because it's just like pure gameplay.
What happened?
So are there any like females of these things? I need to see what one looks like. The film grain actually works in this game. I think I turned it off.
Was it a bomb? What happened?
Did I turn it off? Let me see. Let's turn it on and see how it looks. Bulletstorm is also Kino, but damn, it almost isn't because of the shitty humor writing. It's pretty bad. It's occasionally funny, and Steve Blum really like commits to the jokes. He doesn't like downplay it. I think the Duke Nukem campaign is actually worse than the main game. You know, Lex, you can make your avatar voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, and he will say, "Time for some heroics." I chose Keith Silverstein. Of all the voices that you could pick, his was the one that I was like, I vibed with the most. Wanted to like the goofy Bulletstorm writing because the trailer writing was so goofy, but I thought it was funny, but in the full game it had a huge drop-off and was just sad. The game also gets like weirdly serious at times. For a game that is basically a comedy game. Yuri Nepethal. Bulletstorm gameplay was just fun. Yeah, it was very unique for the time.
Looks like he got caught in the explosion.
I wouldn't take any bets onto Sony's informant surviving that blast.
It's better with Duke Nukem? I disagree. That's my Adam Sandler response. I disagree. Why does this game have film grain, though? I don't know. What does film grain have to do with... Is there like a... Did the developers ever explain why they thought it was a good idea? Where's their PDA? Who wants to give me a public display of affection?
Casualty here. Looks like he's got
a little more than that.
Military-grade hardware.
Grayson sucks as a character, replacing with... I liked Grayson! you vibe with Yuri in 2015 because you were a Ben 10 Zillennial. I guess it's better to... I guess Yuri Lowenthal is better than fucking Tara Strong. It's a space opera, though. Maybe it's just nostalgia speaking. I mean, you could do a space opera without film grain. Zack Snyder did it. It was called... what the fuck are those movies called? I forgot. I still need to watch them. I already forgot. Rebel Moon. Netflix should spend another $50 million on more Rebel Moon movies. The reboot of that... Oh, the Shadow Warrior reboot? I remember Dave Stewart did a video on it. And he said the writing was really bad. I thought of playing it because I thought it looked cool, but... I don't know. But yeah, Bulletstorm is very, Soylenial humor. There are a few bits that are pretty funny, but for the most part, it's not. And I will say, Jennifer Hale's delivery of all the jokes is really bad. Like she like every line from her is a miss. Is Tara Strong the chick that made Ben 10 incest tweet on New Year's? Yes, she voiced Ben in the original cartoon.
I'm at the Barrier Frontiers office. We are assigned in just a few minutes ago.
Understood, Commander.
Rebel Moon was just about some hoe. Rebel Moon is basically unwatchable. When someone tells me that a Zack Snyder project is unwatchable, that means I'm going to love every second of it. You actually like Shadow Warrior, but the plot in the reboot is weirdly tragic at the end. That's something that we're seeing a lot of in games lately, is just like weird tonal whiplash. I mean, Bulletstorm was unique for it at the time because it was like 2011, but like Doom Eternal with its like insane fucking Warhammer 40k lore that no one gives a fuck about, like why is that there? I mean, it's because Hugo Martin thinks it's cool, but like it's hours and hours of text for a character whose motivation is me kill alien or me kill demon and rip it to pieces. That's it. That's all you need. Reboot Shadow Warrior is quite a long game. It got tiresome after a while. I mean, I don't think you're ever under any obligation to finish a game if you think it's too long. Played Bulletstorm because it was free on PSN. It was fun, but you didn't think much of it. The best is if you played the remaster, it has a mode called, I think it's called Overkill mode, and it lets you actually carry all the guns at once, like a classic FPS. So it's actually better on a second run than it is on the original playthrough. And although I will say, like, when you're playing on Overkill mode and you play on the highest difficulty, it feels fairly easy compared to other FPS games because you don't really... There's no restriction on what you can do at any given time. And you can just buy ammo for, like, the strongest guns in the beginning of the game. Bulletstorm was a nice little goof of a game. Yeah, too bad it was, like, the last thing People Can Fly ever got to do.
Nothing can stop me.
You're gonna dip and go to bed, but good luck. You'll be doing... Yes! Kieran's gonna be playing Sonic CD because we're gonna be talking about it on stream on Thursday. I told him... Because I did Broken Sword. He's like, oh man, I gotta do something that you like now. So I told him to play Sonic CD, because it'll take him like 2-3 hours to beat it. And I love Sonic CD. It's one of my favorite of the old Sonic games. Of like the classic Genesis ones, Sonic CD is my second favorite. I'm blind. Play Sonic R? I already did that on stream 2 weeks ago. And there's no way I'm getting that motherfucker to play Sonic R. If I can ever get the money to fly Kieran out to the US, I will make him play Sonic R versus mode with me on stream, and it'll be awesome. That'll be our motivation. We'll do a GoFundMe to get a plane ticket for him to fly to the US so we can play Sonic R. Sonic Hard R? Well, there's no shadow in it, so... I don't know who you would be calling that. Jack, get out of the way! Go over there.
What's that?
You missed it then. Never get the chance to catch streams of anyone I want to watch anymore. I mean, I usually do Tuesdays. This week is an exception because my brother is visiting. Although I floated the idea of possibly doing like a co-op stream with him. I think it would be funny. But he might be too retarded not to just say my real name out loud during the stream. I'll have to run it by him. Like, can you not do that? And then we could like stream Haze or something.
Basir, these damaged pipes are on fire. They're blocking the stairs.
Look for a switch to activate the
Got it. Should be clear now.
I didn't need to call someone for that. That took me less than 2 seconds to figure out. You know what? I don't think I like Thane. I think he's kind of boring. I'm going to switch him out for Grunt again. I need my, where's my fire bullets? I saw that. What if instead of the Shadow Broker, he was called the Shadow Joker? And he said, "Why so serious?" That would be pretty funny, I think. Real gamer. Thane's story is interesting, but his actual gameplay character is boring. Yeah, he just seems to just be walking around shooting people. He's not doing anything interesting. I'll do it. I'll stream with you, Thorin. I'm going to bat for you, Thorin. Thorin's top guy. Thorin needs me to lead the revolution.
We can use this.
Heavy pistol damage. Sweet. I feel like I'm pretty OP at this point. I don't think I need any more upgrades to my guns. They got me.
Damn it. If I'd have been a few seconds faster, I could have stopped them.
Is this Saket?
Must have been.
You thought you were Thorin's top guy. Sorry, Fallon. It's a tough position, and people are always fighting to get to the top.
Did you find your friend's body?
You mean this body?
Liara. Something I should know?
This is the woman who tried to kill me.
You've had a rough day, so I'll let that slide. Why don't you put that gun
Can I, like, side against Liara here?
I doubled back after I left. I watched you break into my apartment.
So, what? You were just using me to find the message?
Nothing personal, Shepard. Just needed a little help tracking down Liara.
Once she had my location, she signaled the Shadow Broker's forces. They bombed the building to take me out. She found Saket, took his data, and killed him. I'm guessing she's still got the disc on her.
Good guess. Not that you'll ever see what's on it. You pure blood bitch!
Whoa, they're using the Force. Like in Star Wars. Oh, I gotta pay attention. I'm sure there's gonna be a moment where I get to, like, strangle her violently or something. I don't think the Dukes of Hazzard slide was completely necessary. You're wrong, I'm such a nasty beast. Thorin needs me. Get out of the way! One thing you learn playing Killzone 2 on the highest difficulty is, like, your allies in that game really love. They love. There's nothing that people from the planet Vecta love more than standing in front of their friends' bullets. Take the top guy spot by delivering the Arkenstone. Bring me the Arkenstone. It's like the golden ticket. If you have the Arkenstone, you become my protege, and I just give you my Twitter account. Hitthorn tells you that you're his top guy, then you're his top guy.
She's getting away.
We're gonna have the top guy contest. Oh, I thought this guy was like disintegrated. He's just shot.
Moving to cover.
No.
Embrace the sea. Go in peace. Excellent shot.
I wonder when I'm ever gonna like not be on this planet. This has been like half of 2 streams now. It'll be like The Apprentice, but for just like who's my top mutual. Burn to death. Die. Where am I going? They should let me shoot Liara. That would be cool. I would do that. The disc has to keep loading all this intense action.
I'm fine, by the way. Thanks for asking.
Let's go, Jack. You're my GF anyway. Why can I only take 1? You're my only mutual who's both played Custom Robo and watched Fi-Brain Puzzle of God. I mean, Custom Robo is peak. Can't deny that. That game, even if you've never played it, just listen to that game's soundtrack. It's fucking amazing. But the game itself is awesome. That needs a remaster. Not a remaster, a port. It needs a port. I can't say remaster because like remaster means they're gonna fuck something up. I just want them to put it on the Switch. I actually 100%ed that game back in the day. It was quite an undertaking. Whoa, I'm driving here!
There she is. Hang a right. No weight left.
I'm on her.
Hang a left.
Why is she making Shepard drive? Oh.
She's around the corner. Hurry, Shepard.
Yeah, I can see the fucking fart trail her nasty ass car is leaving behind. It's fine.
I'm not letting her escape with that data.
I love asymmetrical science fiction ships.
Go.
I'm going.
Traffic! Oncoming traffic!
We'll be fine.
Is there like a limit to your boost at all, or can you just like go full speed the whole time?
Proximity charges.
Oops.
She's almost out of range.
Oops. Custom Robo would be amazing with working online. Didn't the DS version have multiplayer? Oh man, I Darkside filled that up pretty bad. Gonna go cut a wide turn.
She's got reinforcements.
What kind of guns does this thing have?
It's a taxi. It has a fare meter.
Wonderful.
Truck.
I know.
Truck.
I know. There we go.
You're enjoying this.
Yeah, I'm on a renegade run, bitch. Of course I'm enjoying it.
A head-on collision at this speed.
Yeah, I hear those can be bad for you.
Shep's coming in with the zingers in this stage.
Truck.
Again?
Is that the Cybertruck I've been hearing so much about? This is some Attack of the Clones reference. Evil New Yorkers be like, I'm driving over here! That just reminds me of an old Futurama line. Nobody drove in New York. There was always too much traffic. Spectre business. Go back to your drinks. Game needed more of this. I mean, more games need cool space car driving. I was thinking of playing Wipeout soon, because I think Sony needs to put a new one of those out. They don't really make cool, like, futuristic racing games anymore. You're pretty sure this is a DLC mission? I'm not sure what DLC is included on the disc or not. This is with the trilogy set. It's not the original, like, solo release. It really is, Evan. More playable set pieces would be cool.
Watch out. They're dropping reinforcements. There's Vizier's car. Come on, she can't have gotten far.
Every time she says Vizier, it sounds like she's saying Brazier. No one wears those in this game. It is DLC? Okay, maybe I do have some of the DLC, I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you to stay away from the power gun? We love our Star Wars, don't we, folks? Even though my, the title for the stream is a dumb Star Trek joke. Specifically, Thomas might remember this. It's a joke that Diversity in Comics made. Where he was talking about, like, cheesy, like, episode teasers for new episodes of Star Trek. I should start watching Diversity in Comics again. He's like losing his mind. It's probably really funny. You do remember that reference? Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what video that was, but I just remember him saying, "Set phasers to fun!"
I'll destroy you.
Where's the enemy? You also remember an ad for Elite Force that said, "Set phasers for frag." But all of it besides Zaid, he was, because he was locked behind an EA account or something like that. Oh, wow, that sucks. I ain't making one of those. Oh, I guess I gotta go in that door over there. How do I get to that door, though? This motherfucker's just taking cover on the stairs. So you're telling me the best set piece we've had in the game so far was just DLC? Zaid should just be a regular DLC from what I remember, but it was a bunch of years. You never know with EA, like they're the worst. If there's a bad idea you can come up with for how to like sell something to someone, they've done it 10 times over. They're really the worst company, and I'm not surprised. Unity started going to shit as soon as John Riccatello took over. Squad members will help you in surprising ways. What kind of surprising ways? I wonder if there's sexy ways. Let's try it again. Mass Effect 2 or 3 were some of the only games you ever pre-ordered. I've pre-ordered a lot of games over the years, but that's mostly because I'm drawn to like weird shit that I don't think is gonna sell well, so I have to. Although one game I do regret pre-ordering was Lollipop Chainsaw. That game fucking sucked ass. That's where I knew like the days of Suda 51 are over. Killer is Dead was a nice little happy accident after the fact, but like he's just like lost it. He sucks. Travis Strikes Again was good too, but then No More Heroes 3 was like very like disappointing and stupid. Oh my god, it can barely run this mission. It's struggling to load in 3 dudes. I think Drew Carpathian left as a lead writer of Mass Effect 2 because of EA. Yes, he is not listed for Mass Effect 3 at all. I remember looking him up after playing KOTOR and like, who's this guy? And then the fact he worked on Mass Effect made me want to play it more than BioWare being the studio behind it. One of the other games I pre-ordered was No Man's Sky, and I didn't regret it either. Loved it. I mean, if you like No Man's Sky now, you probably would have liked it on release. There's not really... People say, "Oh, it's good now." It's the same core game. It's just like more feature complete.
I'll get there.
I'm not a huge No Man's Sky fan. I've given it multiple tries. I just can't get into it. Proof that a good writer is more important than a lot of other factors. It's true. Good writing is essential to an RPG. It is in many ways more important than the gameplay. Like you're not gonna stick with a game for 100 hours if the world is boring and annoying. That's kind of the general problem with like people are having with games like Avowed. Starfield, Fallout 4. It's all the writing. Like if you ask anyone, they'll tell you the shooting in 4 is better than 3 in New Vegas. I actually like No Man's Sky more on release because it was more pure back then. Yeah, weren't they like pushed by their publisher to release it early too? It's a Cyberpunk situation where the shareholders push them to put an unfinished product out, which is just what can you do? Mass Effect 2 is probably the last game with a legit great story. I have to think on that. I know I disagree, but I don't know what games off the top of my head. Oh yeah, of course. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm also one of the people who loved Final Fantasy 15. I don't care what anyone says, I love it. I don't know why it gets so much shit and people say it's like super unfinished.
Come on, we can climb over to get to Vizier's car.
It never felt unfinished to me. I think the Xenoblade games have great stories. Yeah, I mean, you have to get past the anime-ness. It might be a bit much for some people, but I've really liked them. I've only played 1 and 2. I haven't played 3 yet. I did manage to get a copy of 3 though, but I'm playing X right now. Didn't play Final Fantasy past 12, which I loved 12. And I like Vaughn. The people who don't like Vaughn, I give them a thumbs down. You can't see me doing it, but I'm giving him a thumbs down. Vaughn's awesome. He's also like one of the best characters in the game. He's great for like every lustful video.
What kind of hotel is this?
Azure. It's a luxury resort with an exotic edge. Azure is slang for a part of the Asari body in some areas of Ilium.
Where?
Mainly the lower reaches, near the bottom.
I meant where on the Asari body.
So did I.
Nice. This is very, very titillating. Hetero Kino too. Yes, yes. Super hetero. Rex gets like 3 wives. Remember someone made a 2D version of No Man's Sky called No Mario Sky just so they could reskin it as No DMCA Sky for publicity after the DMCA. You actually didn't play 12 of Vaughn, you played with Penelo. I know you're a big Penelo enjoyer. You gotta get the strange Azure.
Hey, we're unarmed. We didn't see anything.
Okay, brother, watching your porn on a widescreen TV. What a weirdo. Watch it on your phone like a normal person.
A blood trail. Vizier got hurt in the crash.
That should slow her down.
We will follow the blood trail, even though I don't see the blood trail. I'm just going where the game allows me to go.
We have to be getting close.
She's tough. We'll give her that much.
She's a Spectre.
So am I. I, too, am a Spectre. I'm assuming I gotta go this way? Already had Penelo, Ash, and Fran. I mean, that is probably a good, like, balanced team.
Vizier, it's over. Hey you! Come here. What's your name?
I'm just gonna shoot through her if it lets me. I don't give a fuck.
Mariana.
Mariana, you want to live, don't you? Tell those people that you want to live.
Please.
Even if you get out of here, you'll lose your Spectre status. You attacked the trade center.
You think so? I think maybe Cerberus terrorists did that. Which story do you think the Council will believe? All you had to do was walk away. Now it gets ugly.
Please, I have a son.
Don't care.
A son? I hope he gets to see you again. I've heard losing a parent is just horrific for children. Scars them for life. I'm going to end you, Vizier.
It's okay, Liara. We'll handle it. The usual way.
You want Mariana's little boy to grow up without a mommy, Shepard? Thermal clips on the ground now. Power cells too.
Smart move, taking a hostage. The Spectre does whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yes, we do.
But you're forgetting something, Vizier. I was a Spectre too.
Damn it! Ah! My arm!
You'll live.
See, I'm a pro at this.
They've seen it.
What superpowers can I tell you bozos to use on her? Dangles your enemies helplessly? Protected by barrier, protected by barrier. No one can take out a barrier. Do I have ammo for my big laser beam? I don't. Fuck. She's just like zooming around like really fast. She gone? Did she like leave that spot already? Damn, this bitch moves.
Back in a bit. Have fun.
Heavies.
Where's she now? I'm getting so confused. Oh, she's summoning robots. Switch to something maybe a little more precise. That was the most base shit ever. I'm not... So what if, like, she's like, oh, I have to wound some lady. Who cares? Shouldn't be working as, like, a prostitute or whatever she is anyway.
Miss me?
How many phases is this boss gonna be? That was only one of her health bars, and she decided to leave and make me fight some drones. Played Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're glad Assassin's Creed Shadows and Snow White are finally out? Why? So people will stop talking about them? I mean, there's not really, like, anything... Like, no one... You know... Of course Ubisoft is gonna fudge the numbers about how many people are playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're like... They need something to, succeed. They cannot have another catastrophic failure like their last few games. They just can't. More robots. Oh fuck. We are robots. Woo. 1 zillion players on the Xbox One are playing right now. Isn't it like Xbox Series X now? I haven't kept up with Xbox consoles since the 360. They're like, their names are completely nonsensical at this point. Really, giving Atari 5200, 7800 vibes. You're up extra late, so you're gonna go... I don't even know what constitutes late for you. You don't even sleep at night. Okay. I hope you actually are, like, gonna fight me now instead of jumping away every time I take down a bit of your health bar. I can do that too. She's the same class as me. She has all the abilities that I do. Oh my gosh, she used like a Shoryuken or whatever. No, Shoryuken's the uppercut. Veilguard is free on PSN. Isn't it? What a disaster. Yeah, this has been the past this year and 2024. They're the year that like every major video game corporation suffers, and they couldn't have happened to better people. I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad for the people who worked on the games either. People really want you to feel bad for them, but they at any point could have at least changed the style or tone of the games to be more pleasing to the average person, but they chose not to. When she teleports her body as dismantled, she's technically dead and a new body is formed on the spot. What, like Star Trek? Maybe she's just moving really fast. Alright, she doesn't have a shield now. I was hoping I'd get her to stop it. We got her. We did it. Movie Bob asked me to tell you to apologize to Rachel Ziegler. It's never happening. My hairy-backed queen. Girl Squatch.
This has what we need to find the Shadow Broker.
Oh, I thought she was the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker has been in power for decades. He's stronger than anything you've ever faced.
Is that why you sold out the Council to work for him?
You think I betrayed the Council? Like Saren? Go to hell. The Broker's given me damn good intel over the years. Intel that saved lives and kept the Citadel safe. So if the Broker needs a few people to disappear, I'll pay that price without hesitation.
Tell yourself whatever you like. The Council would never accept you working for the Shadow Broker.
The Council? You ditched them, played dead for 2 years, and came back working for terrorists. You have any idea what Cerberus has done?
The Council wasn't looking out for human interests. Somebody had to.
Human interests. I read the files, Shepard. Kidnapping kids for biotic death camps. Killing Alliance admirals who ask questions. And you're with them. Don't you dare judge me. Don't you?
I was hoping they'd let me shoot her in the head. That was a letdown.
Eliminate Sony and retrieve the data. Civilian casualties not a concern.
Vasir's dead.
Oh, so it's a...
Putting the data through to the
it's a
normal
Krogan, I guess.
We can be at the Shadow Broker's base in a few hours. He'll know about Vasir before long. If he decides to kill Farron.
We won't give him time.
We'll need the Normandy's stealth systems to get us in close undetected. The Shadow Broker's agents are still shooting their way through Ilium. With luck, they won't notice we've left until it's too late.
What's the plan when we get there?
Get in, get Farron, get out. And kill anyone who tries to stop us.
That's it?
That's it.
Sounds like a plan.
Sorry, I'm not being nice. This still going? How long is this DLC? I didn't even know I was doing a DLC. I just, like, saw it was a side mission. I don't know. Do I watch anime on the regular, or is it a here and there? It's here and there. Like, I don't watch that much of it. Oh, I have everyone now, and I can bring Boob Lady with me. So let's do that. Oh, I can only have one? Fucking Liara. This is the last part? Okay. Where are we going now? Double Azure Party? Could have, chose not to. It's a cool looking spaceship. It's kind of neat.
Hagalas,
leaves 10 minutes after sundown.
The Shadow Broker lives in this?
His ship follows the sunset, completely undetectable in the storm, unless you know where to look.
How do we get inside?
The shuttle bay.
You're back to watching anime after years of being away from it. Oh, yeah. Well, I took quite a while off, too.
But we can't stay.
I don't think I would ever watch Free Run, though. It doesn't look like it appeals to me.
Hot and cold air collide.
I have been watching Gundam periodically, though. Watched a little bit of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. I didn't finish Gundam Unicorn.
It's hard to pinpoint in this lightning, but I'm picking up signals from a communications array near the back of the ship. There's nothing below.
Free Run is pretty big. I've heard it was good. It's just like I'm not like a waifu guy, so it's like it doesn't really like appeal to me.
Maintenance drones.
Why are they attacking?
They must think we're debris from the storm.
Yeah. Am I weeb enough to watch Tokusatsu? I don't even know what that is, so probably not. I mean, I watched Evangelion for the first time last year because everyone talks about how good it is. And I liked it a lot. Rewatched Death Note. Death Note's a classic.
Careful. Those capacitors discharge built-up lightning.
Thanks for the tip.
Shepard, try firing at the capacitors.
If there's one I would watch, I would like to go watch the 90s Berserk. Like, everyone says that one's good, and I've liked what I've read of the books. I don't really watch much, like, shonen crap, though.
Collision proximity warning.
I did get I have a full Blu-ray set of Paranoia Agent I still need to watch. Watched Kamen Rider 2000s recently. That's a fun one. Kamen Rider. I don't. Oh, that's kind of like a. I mean, I did watch the Android Kikaider anime in the 2000s. I really liked that. Is that like a similar genre? Free Run is pretty chill. It's like the quiet, slow moments. See, it's like I don't really know what I like in anime. I just like watch it, and it's like if I think it's a good show, I think it's a good show. You know, I'm not like I need to watch this genre, or I just need to watch it because it's an anime. Like those kind of guys. Like I just if something looks like it's interesting to me, I'll watch it. I mean, you know, I've watched all the ones that everyone knows, like Cowboy Bebop. I actually got a Blu-ray of the original Ghost in the Shell movie. I need to actually watch it, because my sister tried to get me to watch it when I was a kid, and I just wasn't interested. But I liked Standalone Complex a lot, so I liked Standalone Complex, and I liked the Scarlett Johansson movie, so I would probably like the original movie. It's what Cyberpunk 2077 desperately wishes it could have been. And it also had a really good dub, back when dubs were good. So I can watch it in English and not feel like I'm missing out on much. Angel's Egg is getting a Blu-ray this year. Never heard of it. Kokulgar is Tokusatsu. That's what Kikaider is called over there? If you've ever seen Akira, it's pretty niche. No, nobody's... I'm not sure I've heard what you're talking about, buddy. That sounds really obscure. I actually do have a Blu-ray of Akira. I've been trying to convince my fiance to watch it, but she is a hard line no on anime. I've tried watching Studio Ghibli shit, and I hate it. I can't get through any of them. They're so boring. Nobody really references Akira much. Very deep cut. Yeah, I know, right? Like, you don't really see like on the nose visual references to Akira and things. Like specifically that motorcycle scene. That's such a cool scene. You think more people would like rip it off. That's so iconic.
Okay, looking down was clearly a mistake.
This is awkward. Don't look down, don't look down. I looked down. Nope. I've been thinking of getting a copy of Jinro to watch. I've heard that's a good one too. Found some lesser known show. Go Kaigar is the Super Sentai series, so yes, okay. I did watch a bit of what was it called? Cyborg 009 when it was on Toonami back in the day. Just because it looked like Kikaider, and I really liked that show. I think the most like weeb sloppy one that I like is Eureka 7. Because it's like it's just like a mech show, but it's also like insanely melodramatic. Salvage. I love the smell of salvage. But I've been trying to broaden my horizons with weeb shit, which is why I got into Xenoblade, because it's very, very weeby. It might even be too much for some people, but I persevered through the first 2 games, and it was very much worth it. Dabbling in Gundam, really recommend Thunderbolt. It's like 6 episodes and extremely well produced. That's not that weird, like, one rendered in Unreal on Netflix, is it? Because I tried watching that one, and it was really, like, uncomfortable to look at. It was like the Uncanny Valley, the show. If it's an anime, it's not tokusatsu, but anime influence. But it's spelled Kikkaider. And it was originally like a live-action, like, Super Sentai type thing. But then they did an anime of it in the 2000s. And I know Dave Wittenberg voiced the main character, and then, like, his, like, arch-enemy, the Hawkhider, was voiced by Steve Blum.
They've seen us.
They've seen us, but I can't see them. I assume I'm going the right way. What's another one that I picked up the Dot Hack GU Rebirth or whatever the hell it's called collection. I haven't played it yet, but it was like it was on a really, really steep sale, and it's one that I remember playing the demo of on PS2, so that's one I'm probably gonna get into. Think about Godzilla and the monster movies. I only watch them at home and skip through to when they appear on screen. I don't know. I'm like middle of the road with them, you know. Like I'm not like, oh, I gotta watch the next Godzilla thing. I didn't watch I haven't watched -1 or I haven't watched. I've only watched when it comes to Godzilla stuff, the only things I've watched are the 1998 movie with Matthew Broderick, the Godzilla 2000, the one with Orga, and what's the a couple of the MonsterVerse ones. I watched the first one with Aaron Taylor Johnson and King of the Monsters. Oh, and I remember, like, way back, Cartoon Network would occasionally air reruns of the 1960s Godzilla cartoon from Hanna-Barbera. Sucks that they subtracted one Godzilla movie? Oh, because of -1. I've heard that one's amazing. And Shin Godzilla is supposedly amazing, too. So I might watch them eventually, because I've heard they're really good.
On it.
Live action Super Sentai-like thing? That's what Tokusatsu... Exactly. Well, that's just what I know Kikaider is, because, like, when I first watched it, I was like, can I get this on DVD or something? And I could only find, like, clips of, like, the old, like, TV show and not the anime. And I was like, I don't want to watch this shit. I want to watch the anime. If Godzilla -1 is so good, where's Godzilla -2? Zing! Well, wasn't -1 a remake of the original? Get over there. You guys gotta put some more work in. Godzilla +1, it's Godzilla and Mothra on a date. No, it's Godzilla +1. He's going to King Ghidorah's wedding, and Mothra is his +1.
We've been spotted.
It is weird how, like, Godzilla games are always, like, so expensive. And I don't know why. It's not like they're ever particularly good. You just play War of the Monsters on PS2 for $10. I feel like this like long walkway is going on forever.
Do you see a switch?
War of the Monsters was so good. I loved it. That was one of my favorite PS2 games. It's probably the best, like, smashing cities as a giant creature game ever made. Hulk Ultimate Destruction was also good, but they didn't let you destroy buildings. There was one building you destroy as part of a mission, and that's it.
I bet the broker's agents love patrolling the hull.
At least the view is nice. There, that hatch leads directly to the communication signals. It's locked. Hang on, I've got a bypass shunt
And
that can crack it.
if you had Twisted Metal Black on your memory card, you got a special Sweet Tooth skin for, like, one of the giant robot guys.
I've never broken into the Shadow Broker's base before.
Shepard's the kind of guy to park as far away as he can from the mall. That's like building a better gamer move. Park farther away so you can get more steps in.
It's illegal even on Ilium. It didn't come with a warranty.
But you tested it, right?
Here come more of them.
Tell me you tested it.
No time to talk.
This doesn't feel like Drew Carpathian wrote it. It's very, the dialogue is very Reddit-y. Renegade Shep doesn't return his card.
Remember the old days when you could just slap Omnigel on everything?
That security upgrade made a lot of people unhappy. Look out, more on the way.
Fortunately, there's just a big environmental hazard I can just hit over and over again with no repercussions. Woohoo! And I think you're watching Chad Warden next to Bob. You gotta admit, he's making some good points, Chief. I don't know if you guys saw... I don't know if any of you guys are subscribed to Twitter Blue, or Premium, or whatever the fuck it's called. You can now tell Grok to reconstruct pictures, and I tried to get it to reconstruct a picture of the Anti-Thinker in anime style, but it kept fucking up his face. Like, it didn't look right. Oh, there's drones. That's what's hitting me. Oh, I just died. Resume. Resume. You playing Ass Effect too? Shit. The Anti-Thinker is canonically. He wouldn't agree with Chad Warden because he would be canonically an Xbox 360 gamer because he was made to be the guys that Bob hates, which is people who play Halo specifically. People who enjoy Halo or Call of Duty.
You sure that shunt is working?
It's illegal even on Ilium. It didn't come with a warranty.
But you tested it, right?
Here come more of them.
Tell me you tested it.
No time to talk.
So does Shepard's, like, minute-by-minute dialogue change based on your alignment, or is it the same regardless, and, like, only different when you make choices? Going for Assassin's Creed Shadows 2, that game is doing so well. More like Galo.
I'm sure it won't be much longer.
Remember the old days when you could just slap Omnigel on everything?
That security upgrade made a lot of people unhappy. Look out, more on the way.
Whoa. It's the same regardless. I love Chad Ward's one and only argument. Come on now. You know what's funny? I've never watched that video in its entirety. Maybe I should make it a point to do so. I just remember him saying PS triple. I remember like people like used him in like YouTube poops back in the day.
Front of the ship.
But I never watched the actual video. Oh, I got a laser. I got my laser beam. This'll help. Get the fuck out of the way! God. Firing like a million rockets at me. This thing actually sucks for the rocket drones. I need like something with a little more spread on it. Anti-Thinker never got a Majin Vegeta arc. True. I mean, the closest we got was Retro Thinker turning back into the Necro Thinker. They're, right behind me, aren't they? Seeing this, I think Mass Effect Andromeda 2 is going to be amazing. I mean... You know, Mass Effect Andromeda wasn't that bad. I wonder if it really is going to be Andromeda 2. If it's actually going to be like a follow-up to that game. I didn't finish it, so I don't know how it ended. I got up to the big plot twist, which I saw coming from a mile away, where you find out the Ket are just the... whatever the good guy alien race is called, but, like, transformed.
You just had to give him tactical advice.
But now there'll be fewer left to deal with inside.
Keep dreaming, Sony.
And Andromeda was so weird. Like, your character sounded exactly like Nolan North, but it wasn't Nolan North. Why did they do that? They all died of hepatitis at the end? I'm just gonna take that at face value and assume you're being truthful, because, like, I don't think a single person has ever seen the ending of that fucking game. Reddit effect, too. I mean, the dialogue in this mission is rough. Alright, let's leave. At rank 4 of a power, you can choose between one of two new devastating versions of it. One down, a lot to go. Wait until you do the last DLC if you think this... It's like... It's kind of sucks, honestly. I wish I knew going into it that this was a DLC mission, because it's like such like a bummer to play. It's so tedious and boring. Like, the more evil my Shepard gets, the more he looks like a troll.
We've been spotted.
How many guards do the Shutterbroker have?
I told you.
And it keeps, like, deactivating my thermal rounds for some reason. Let's try cryo ammo. I never use it. Nice try, idiot. Does this even have the same composer as the main game? Because it also kind of sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon. Smash him. Oh, he just died. Haha, I like it that they fall over. More games need ice guns. They're always funny. When they work right. Sometimes they suck. I honestly am just like trying to end the stream at this point. This fucking mission is going on forever. Right, there we go. I can save. Alright, so we can create a new save. We'll wrap this up next time. So, thanks everyone who came out. I know it's a little weird for me to be streaming on a Monday. It's different. It's not the norm. It's not the new norm. But we'll be back to normal next week. And if I have time, I'll try to pick up more Mass Effect this week. But for now, thanks everyone who came out. Have a good night. And I'll catch you all... Hopefully I'll catch you all on Thursday when me and